Good morning, everyone. Um, Hope your Friday's going good so far. I just want to touch base with you about this weekend. And uh, before I get into that, just want to celebrate first off just how incredible Easter was at our campus. I'm sure you guys saw uh, just the numbers that we had for Easter and the decisions that were made for Christ. And it was really awesome. I mean, we had largest attendance that we've ever had. For adults and for kids, and then just combined 965 people to come out. And then, most importantly, we had 7 decisions for Christ. And I think it was just really awesome to see how everyone got behind just our initiative to invite 5 people and then also to pray. Um, you know, I don't know. I just think it was really awesome just for us as a campus to kind of have that big win. But even more so, just the decisions that were made for Christ, and although we didn't have like a lot of decisions per se, it was really cool to talk to some of these people that made decisions for Christ this past week. And one in particular, this guy's name's Bob. Just kind of give you a little brief story about him, and this is definitely something to celebrate in your huddles. But Bob um, grew up Catholic, was never really committed to his faith. Has been married for several years, and essentially has been going through marital counseling. And his therapist told him, "You should go check out. You should go to a church somewhere place. You need to do something for your spirituality." So he came to Easter at City Hope, first church he's been to in a long time. And this is what he said. He said, "I've never been more welcomed in any place." He said, "Period. Like church or just any type of business or whatever. He's never felt more welcome than how he felt on Sunday." He said, literally, when he came, parked his car, he was greeted, and then he came to the building, and just all of our team just greeted him, made him feel welcome, made him feel special. He's actually in a wheelchair, and so our ushers accommodated him. And he said that every single person he talked to, like genuinely cared about him and were just sincere in their conversations. And he was just blown away. He said, "Whatever you guys are doing," he said, "keep on doing it." He said, "It really," and to quote him, he said, "it was a spiritual experience just coming into the building." And so that was really cool. And then on top of that, he ended up committing his life to Christ. And so and he's really excited about it. He's excited about what God is doing in his life. He believes that God's going to restore his marriage and all this stuff. And so that was just really cool. Also, another guest I talked to had a similar story, but commented again just about the welcoming atmosphere that our teams presented this past weekend. And so that is something to share with your team members, to celebrate the numbers, celebrate what God did. And then also, man, I just think it's cool how everyone, the majority of people just really rallied behind the initiative to invite people. We had 300 plus invites that went out. I'm sure there's more than that, but that was a huge step as well. And so, anyways, I couldn't be more pleased with what God did this past weekend, and just how our team served and prayed and invited. Just a huge weekend. And so that's definitely something to celebrate. Um, Going into this weekend, we have a couple things. So just kind of give you an overall view. We have water baptisms taking place, and we will be doing spontaneous baptisms. Lindsay Davis is going to be overseeing all that, and Ali Bell as well. But just so you guys know, spontaneous baptism supplies is in the team lounge, and so if anyone is needing to get baptized, um, that's where we'll point them to get their clothes or whatnot. Ali Bell's going to also be assisting with all that as well. Then also Sunday at 1 p.m. I sent out an email a couple weeks ago about this, just to remind everyone. But we have our leadership roundtable taking place. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be cool. Once again, just kind of come back together, especially after Easter. And I plan on doing a time where coaches, I'm going to have you guys split off from the group leaders for about 10-15 minutes just to talk about logistics and also team development and all that stuff. Um, that'll be at 1 o'clock p.m. As far as your teams are concerned for this weekend, um, there's not too many things except for we will have cards to pass out, or unique cards, I'm sorry, for greeters at the door. They need to pass those out to every single woman that exits the building, and that'll be at the end of service. And then also, um, our ushers, we're going back to our regular connect cards that we normally set out in the seat backs. And so, if you could just communicate that to them to restock the seat backs with all that stuff. As far as the other teams, it's pretty much standard. Nothing new for them to know. All right. Anyways, love you guys, and I will see you on Sunday.